GTA home sales took a surprising dip last month in December, down by 1.8% compared with home sales a year ago. The average selling price also fell a little bit, 1.6% compared with a year earlier. So what does this mean? Buyers have more power than before. And at the same time, there are some big changes that we're seeing coming off in 2025 that could shift the market a lot. So whether you're planning to buy or sell or invest, stay tuned. I'm going to go through the market stats update with you. And now, as we step into 2025, I'm excited to bring you the latest update on the GTA housing market. 2024 was called a transitionary year. That means that buyers had more power, prices saw some declines, and then borrowing costs were the big story of the year, right? If you remember. And if you're wondering what all this is going to mean for you as a homeowner or a buyer, I'm going to break it all down for you. We're going to take a look at the December market stats. I'll go over the key trends from the past year of 2024, and I'm going to share expert insights on what we could expect for this coming new year. If you're new here, welcome, and thank you so much for connecting with me. And if you're coming back again, thank you for watching. And I would love to hear your comments and answer any questions that you may have. I'm going to personally answer whatever you send me. Let's start with the overall numbers. In 2024, annual home sales were just over 67,000 properties sold, which was a 2.6% increase from the year ago. That's definitely great news. But what's really interesting is the surge in new listings. More listings by a massive 16% more. That's a lot of inventory hitting the market. And this gave buyers much needed choice in the GTA after so many years of limited supply and bidding wars. And this abundance of listings or inventory is kind of the reverse of what we're used to seeing, right, in the past 10 years. With more listings than home sales, the market shifted more in favor of buyers. And we see this especially in the condo segment, if you watch my other videos. This increase in supply also kept a ceiling on price growth. And that's why we didn't see a big surge or a big spike on prices last year. And the average home selling price dipped a little bit to just over 1.1 million and is down by less than 1% compared to a year ago. Now let's talk about why this happened. Borrowing costs were the big story of 2024, right? High interest rates, affordability, that's the major hurdle for so many buyers, especially first-time home buyers. But there's some good news because toward maybe the second half of the year, actually second half of last year, there were two large back-to-back rate cuts, and that started to make a difference in our local market. And experts are predicting more rate cuts coming in 2025, which should make it easier for people to qualify for a mortgage with a little bit even lower interest rates. And we have two camps of people. One that thinks that we're pretty much bottomed out, and then the other camp of people who think that prices will drop further. So they want to wait more to see what will happen before jumping in to buy. If you look at my screen here, you're going to see the average selling price of the different types of property in December of 2024 compared to 2021. And I want to show you something that they're not talking about on the news, is that the average home price is pretty much back to the price level of summer 2021 from June to about September of 2021 before the prices skyrocketed in what we call the peak market, which was the end of 21 to early 2022, if you remember. What's very interesting to see is that we're not at the same prices pre-pandemic, and I don't see it going further down much more to, 2020 prices. So we've probably pretty much bottomed out. And that means that prices should kind of go up from here on. Maybe not the condo market, which should take a little bit longer period of time to recover. One of the key takeaways from last year is how different market segments performed. So for example, single family homes like detached and semi-detached houses, these actually saw an increase in sales. These houses tend to hold their value better, and many buyers traded up from condos or townhouses to freehold homes to avoid condo maintenance fees. But the condo market told a different story. So condo sales were down in 2024 and prices were negatively impacted. And this is because largely that first-time buyers chose to wait for more rate cuts before jumping into the market. Right now, condo buyers have significant negotiating power, a lot of choices, and there's a lot of condo supply, to choose from. So let's zoom in on December 2024 specifically. GTA sales came in at just over 3,000 homes, and that's a 1.8% decrease from a year ago. Average selling price in December was just over $1 million, and that's also down from 1.6% from the same time last year. In the city of Toronto, home sales actually dropped 6.7%, but the rest of the GTA, they actually rose by just over 1%. And so we saw some increase in townhouses and detached and semi, but this pretty much highlights the shifting dynamics, right? That there's more buyer choice for buyers in the market. Another fascinating trend is that we're seeing is a big increase in new listings. So there were over 4,600 listings in December. That's up 20% from a year ago. So there's an imbalance between new listings and sales, which means buyers have more choice. They can take their time to do their due diligence. They can shop around. They can negotiate the price and the terms and the conditions. So on average right now, we have about 3.5 months of inventory across all property types. So what that means is that if no other listing comes on the market, it's going to take about 3.5 months for all the current listings to sell. The average days on the market right now is about 25 days. For condos, it's a different story. It's a lot longer. The average days to sell is 41 days for condos, and there's 6.5 months of condo inventory in the GTA. So in the condo market, buyers have considerable more choice, where oversupply really is still an issue. Real estate experts believe that this is largely due to high interest rates and the influx of new condo units that came on the market last year. And the result is condo prices are taking longer to stabilize. It's probably going to take a longer time for this inventory to be absorbed. So if you're a buyer, this is an excellent opportunity to negotiate a great deal on condos. For sellers in the condo segment, price strategically will be key to standing out in the competitive market. Please watch my other video on Toronto's condo market is facing its toughest challenge, and you can find out more. So what does this all mean for the year ahead? The Toronto Real Estate Board and a few other reports from RE/MAX, Royal LePage, they're pretty optimistic about 2025. Borrowing costs are likely going to trend a bit lower. Prices are still below their historic peaks, and we should see improved market conditions over the next 6 to 12 months. Detached and freehold homes, they should recover better and faster, while condos are going to take longer to bounce back, maybe 12 months, 18 months or more. Now, population growth, there is demand. I am going to do a next video more about that. So stay tuned and watch my next video about rental and population growth. So looking ahead in 2025, Royal LePage is really optimistic. They're forecasting like a 5% price increase. I'm not so confident about that. Let's be more conservative. Let's say, 2 to 3%, maybe around inflation level. And the reason why prices are not going to, spike is because house prices are already quite expensive and there is a lot of inventory in the market. So let's face it. The other thing is we've seen 2.5 years of pent-up demand here in the GTA since the summer of 2022. A lot of people have put their plans on hold. We're going to definitely see a bigger rebound this coming spring, maybe as early as the end of February, with the right market conditions, perhaps lower interest rates again, more balanced supply of listings, and then more buyers getting off the sidelines. We should be starting to see a lot more activity pick up in some key areas. Mississauga, some high-end or high-demand neighborhoods in the GTA. So here's the bottom line. The GTA real estate market has been in transition, but in 2025 is going to shape up to be a year of recovery, especially if rates continue to drop. Buyers right now, they have incredible opportunities, particularly in the condo market, condo townhouses, while detached and freehold homes are still holding strong. If you're thinking about moving, whether it's to buy your dream home or selling for the best price, and you want to understand how these trends could impact your plans, please feel free to give me a call, text my numbers right here below. I'd love to help you navigate the market and make the best informed decisions for your plans. Thank you so much again for watching, and I look forward to connecting with you.